Hello and welcome to the Seaside Allotment channel. And it's a bit stressful down the allotment at the moment, mainly because I'm running out of stuff. I've run out of cropping containers completely. We've got about 100 in circulation out with various people that we deliver to, but we just can't keep up and we just can't find any more. The ones that we buy, we've been buying from Home Bargains and they're only £1 and about £5 from everywhere else, and Home Bargains have stopped selling them. So Debbie is out searching for replacements. But yep, run out of cropping containers, and we've also run out of water, which is a bit more of an issue. Even with the water that we're getting off the polytunnel with its new guttering system, there's no way we can keep up, and there's just no water on the allotments. They've not switched it on. They've removed the communal water butt, which was always full because it was filled off the allotment lodge, which has a huge roof area. But basically, we're 3-4 weeks later than we have been in previous years with them switching the water on. And it's just so warm now, we just can't keep up. And if it weren't for the polytunnel, basically my beds would just be dead. We're not getting enough rain, and got so much undercover tender stuff that can't go outside really. Yeah, it's a real problem. I'm having to bring water in big 10-litre containers from home, which is just ridiculous. And every day I'm watching the weather forecast, so that's not good. Yeah, so it's kind of nice to just sit in the polytunnel for a bit and just chill out, and hoping that the water gets switched on this weekend. And the problem apparently is maintenance, and this is like replacing taps which could have been replaced last year at the end of the season when we didn't need the water, rather than the beginning of the season when we did. But the allotment committee does a great job, but this is kind of fundamental water, it's kind of fundamental responsibility, and it's a bit frustrating. So I will just give you, just to calm myself down, a little bit of a tour around the polytunnel. And tomorrow it's going to be, well, that's actually the other thing that's stressing me out a bit. It's really windy, and we've got a lot of new stuff out in the ground which I would have had under cover, but I've had to take the covers off just to get that little bit of water that I can. Which means I've got loads of tender stuff out, subject to the elements. Anyway, let's have a quick look around. So as you can see, I have still got a lot of stuff in this polytunnel, and fortunately this polytunnel was not, well, I only put the covers on about 6 weeks ago or something like that, and so the ground that all this stuff is planted in was actually pretty wet, and so I've put the very thick mulch down, but hopefully some of these plants are actually reaching down into the wet subsoil. Well, it was topsoil, it's now subsoil for these beds, but obviously still loads and loads of stuff in pots that needs watering. And pretty much every ounce of water, fluid ounce of water that I've got is going into just keeping this stuff alive in here. And I will soon be putting this out in the ground, but just because it's just so hot and windy at the moment, it's just not ideal planting weather. But I have got some good stuff. Got some lovely kale here. These amazing shallots, which I'm hoping to plant out tomorrow. Some nice little lettuces here, which will replace some of the overwintered stuff. Some gorgeous golden beetroot, and we absolutely love golden beetroot. Some of it's out in the ground now. This is the second succession of sowing. I am taking up today all of my overwintered It says wrap, but no, salad rocket, and replacing it with this salad rocket. I have got some more brassicas here. A lot of these brassicas are being planted out. Hopefully tomorrow, this batch here is being planted out tomorrow. This stuff will just have to wait a little bit because I've got to clear some ground that's currently occupied by stuff that's earning me a living. Well, it's not really, but I'm still heavily picking it. Got my leeks from home. I don't know whether to put one more batch of leeks in. Some people, Muddy Boots, Nigel, he plants his leeks about now, I think, he said. So I might put one more batch in, but I'm not sure. These all look pretty good. And I'm going to interplant them with my onions, I think. I've got my green and golden purslane here. This is a plant I really love, and I planted nowhere near enough of it last year. So I'm really excited to put some more in this year. Planted my first batch of dwarf beans out in one of my little hoop tunnels. But I've got some more here as soon as I get some space cleared. I've got my very early runner beans here. I've got some out in the ground as well, but these are doing much better. And this pot will be outside in a few weeks' time. But currently it's benefiting from some warmth. I've got a few courgettes planted in these big tubs. That's not as advanced as the other one at the other end down there. And I've got some multi-sown leeks in here, which I don't think I'll leave to grow to maturity. I'm planning on taking those as baby leeks. And I've got some lovely bolt-hardy beetroot, and these are planted very densely because I'm expecting to aggressively thin those out. I've got some carrots and some radish and some spring onions, all interplanted together. And I've got my early cut and come again leaf brassicas with a couple of calabrese down at the end there, which are doing very nicely. But we'll soon not have any overwintered brassicas in the ground, and so we'll be relying on eating these gorgeous leaves. And then as soon as the brassicas that are outside take over, I can just pull these out and replant something else. So I've got some celery down the ends here and some peas. These are homage to Delicanti, and they're not doing too bad. I've got loads of tomatoes, which all seem to be doing pretty well. I planted them reasonably late because I wasn't sure I was going to have this polytunnel available in time, but they seem to be catching up okay. I've got some chilies and some peppers, strawberries, more tomatoes, and I did try some early squashes, courgettes and stuff, just in case I had an opportunity to plant those out, but I've got much better ones at home. These aren't looking too healthy. I think it gets a bit cold in here at night for them. I've got some New Zealand spinach. Somebody commented that how I raved about New Zealand spinach last year, but I didn't seem to have any this year, but I do. You don't need many plants because it's extremely prolific, so that should be enough. I did pop just a few lettuces in here, which obviously I don't really need because I've got loads of lettuces outside. But I just wanted to see how well they did in the polytunnel, and they seem to be doing okay, but not fantastically. And I've got some more peas. Again, these containers that there were peas and the beans and things, they're all, and the sweet corn. I've actually got some sweet corn here as well. These will all be going outside. I might leave the sweet corn in just for a really early crop. But anyway, we'll see. So that's my quick tour of the polytunnel, and I feel better already. Okay, see you soon.